Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come with that video just to make you think. And I received this video from my patron, of course. Teamwork makes the dream work. Now, Christina Lagarde has admitted this month the language is going to change. But what she said so great in this video is that starting in March, the tapering will start to begin. So guys, we know that the ECB has been in negative interest rates for a while. And we know the Fed makes the move first, of course, because we're the owners of the world reserve currency, the dollar. We know the New World Order focuses on creating a problem, waiting for the reaction, and running with the solutions. We know the solution is cryptocurrencies for this new digital economy. So what we're going to look for is the distraction. They have a few months to build up a distraction. And guess what's going on? That's right, guys. It's biblical right now. We have Trump saying he's going to save America. Every time you turn around, Trump is back in the news at the time that the stock market is about to crash. Do you think that's a coincidence? Or do you think that the New World Order has it all planned out? We have the debt ceiling ending at the same time we have midterms. So we know for a fact the Republicans are about to take back over with the help of Trump that says he's going to save America. Just like I stated, guys, it is biblical because we know when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
What does it change for your July 22nd meeting?
Well, we have a framework. We have a new framework that is unanimously approved by the Governing Council, and we're going to look at, as we always do every 6 weeks, we're going to look at the circumstances, we're going to look at what forward guidance we need to revisit, we're going to look at the calibration of all the tools we are using to make sure that it is aligned with our new strategy. And I think that, given the persistence that we need to demonstrate to deliver on our commitment, forward guidance will certainly be revisited.
Does it give you extra tools? So on July 22nd, it's actually it was always a big meeting, but it's an even bigger meeting because it's not only something technically, right? It's not technical change.
It's going to be an important meeting because, number one, we're going to communicate differently. So what analysts, experts, journalists are going to see is a slightly different presentation of our monetary policy decision. And I very much hope that it will be clearer, simpler, crisper, to the point, and as little jargonic as possible. That's one. Two, there will be a forward guidance review, because we have to align with the strategy review that we just completed. And my sense is that we will continue to be determined by maintaining favorable financing conditions in our economies, because we want to continue to support this recovery that is underway. So yeah, there will be some interesting variations and changes, both in terms of the substance, because forward guidance has to be aligned with the strategy, and because the way in which we're going to communicate it will be, I hope, clearer than it was.
Does it actually give you new tools, this strategy review?
Well, in the strategy review, we do two things. One is based on the fact that our so-called unconventional tools have been effective in avoiding a complete collapse that we would have had as a result of the pandemic. We didn't have that. So based on that effectiveness, we consider those quote-unquote unconventional tools as part and parcel tools of the toolbox. So those, whether you look at forward guidance, whether you look at asset purchase programs, whether you look at targeted refinancing, financing operations, or whether you look at, what did I forget in the process? No, that's it. No. And obviously on the top of our policy rates, including in negative territory as we have it at the moment. So all that is in the toolbox. And what we do, because we are planning for the next few years, at least I hope 5 years, we are saying that we reserve the option to create new tools. So that's, yeah, it's very flexible in that respect.
When's the right time to start talking about an exit strategy?
Oh, not now. Now is not the right time to talk about exit strategy, because we are still forcefully delivering under these exceptional circumstances using exceptional tool, which is the Pandemic Emergency Purchase Program, which I expect to last at least until March, and possibly to transition into a new format after March. That's what we see at the moment. But I think we need to be very flexible and not start, creating the anticipation that the exit is in the next few weeks, months.
Think of what they've done. What they've done is so sad. Look what's happened to our country in just a short number of months. Everyone here today and every conservative all across our land needs to decide right now that together we will save this country. We must decide that we will not stop, we will not rest until our American heritage of freedom, liberty, and justice is once again safe and once again secure. We owe our country nothing less than that. Our glorious American inheritance was passed down to us by generations of American patriots who gave everything they had, their sweat, their blood, and even their way of lives to build America into the greatest nation in the history of the world. And we are not going to let it be taken away from us by a small group of radical left Marxist maniacs. We're not going to let it happen. We will protect and defend our cherished American legacy and freedom for ourselves, for our children, and for every future generation. My fellow Americans, our movement is the greatest in American history, and it has just begun. With your help, your devotion, your brilliance, and your drive, we will carry forward the torch of American liberty. We will lead the conservative movement and the Republican Party back to victory, and it will be a greater victory than this party has ever had. We will take back the House. We will take back the Senate. And then, after witnessing all that has gone wrong in our country in such a short period of time, with our borders, with our economy, with crime, we will take back that glorious White House that sits so majestically in our nation's capital. Beautiful White House, that's small letters, White House, that beautiful White House, and it is the most beautiful house of all. Working together, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again, and we will make America great again.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the fourth industrial revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.